Hey everyone, Wards here. So we're back with the other promised voice play video I did all my life. That was up, goes up there. Will probably go up there if editor me is smart. But I did that one not too long ago. Didn't realize that was actually on the channel. But this one I've been looking forward to. I saw the previews. For me, it was through Instagram of the classical chaos slash Hall of the Mountain King. I don't even know if you call them gremlins. I'm not sure what you would call them, but those characters apparently are making a return in this video, so we'll see. But Devil Went Down to Georgia is one of the most iconic songs, not just in country music, but I would wager in music in general. Um, I live in an area that is very much deep south, and so for me, like, unfortunately, I heard this music way more than I'm not. I've made this statement before. It shouldn't shock anyone that's watched me before. I am not a country music fan. All right. That said, I enjoy mainly the violin fiddle work in this song. I will listen to this song not because of its story. It's kind of a whatever story, but it's a fun way to listen to great violin play, which is what I enjoy. I enjoy people showing off great skill with cool instruments, and violin to me is one of those cool instruments. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do. This is going to be, obviously, this is the Voice Play's Halloween video, so I'm expecting all sorts of creative visual stuff to happen. The song, I'm very curious what they're going to do. It's probably going to be a lot of Jeff narration, just based off of the fact that the original song wasn't really singing so much. There's like very few singing parts, except it basically was the chorus, but in between it was someone telling the story to the background of a beat. So if you're not familiar with the song, I definitely recommend listening to the original song. It's quite interesting. It's actually, like I said, it's one of the few country songs that I'm just like, all right, I'll listen to this. It's on. I'll listen to it. So before we get into that, quick on me. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. For those of you that are veterans of the channel, welcome back. For those of you that are new, my name is Corey. You can call me that, or you can call me Works. I don't care. I answer to both. I'm not a professional musician by any stretch of the matter. I just do these videos because I think they're fun. I love music. I love analyzing things, and so I decided why not combine the two things that I enjoy doing. I started doing these videos a couple years ago. They really helped my channel grow. A lot of, some of my more consistently viewed videos are these videos, so I appreciate that greatly from the folks that are fans of VoicePlay or the Bass Gang or Jeff or whoever it is that you're happen to be watching. The way that I do my videos, if you've never watched one of mine, is that I'm going to watch it through all the way once without pausing. You just get this thing over here reacting in the corner of your screen. I will then do a second listen through where I'll pause and stop and talk about the things that I think are really neat. So that's how I structure my videos. So before we get into it, remember to like, share, subscribe. I'm on the road to, I think, 11 or 1,200 subscribers. I'd love to hit 1,200 by the end of the year. I had to hit 8,000 watch hours. I think I'm around 6,500 right now. So big road to go on both of those. Why those numbers? Well, 1,200 is just a nice round number for me. I would love to continue to grow that number. And 8,000 watch hours technically allows me to get a slightly higher bit of YouTube monetization. It's not the reason I try to make these videos. Every, I think, creator goes through that cycle where they try to do stuff for views instead of doing it for the love and the fun of it. But it is something that I just happen to be thinking about because I'm helping a fellow creator of mine get their first step to monetization. So just something to be thinking about. If you want, you just throw these videos on, mute the tab in the background, and just let them play through. It helps me reach those goals. But again, it's not the main thing, but just something that I happen to be looking at, and it's a little goal I've set for myself. All right, let's get into this video. Devil Went Down to Georgia by VoicePlay featuring Jay Dunn.
Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind, cause he was way behind and he was willing to make a deal. When he came across this young man's on a fiddle and playing it hot, when the devil jumped up on a hickory stone and said, well, let me tell you what, I guess you didn't know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you'd care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. Now you're playing pretty good fiddle, boy, but give the devil his due. I'll bet a fiddle of gold against your soul, cause I think I'm better than you. The boy said, well, my name's Johnny, and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet and you're gonna regret, cause I'm the best that's ever been.
Johnny, you're rising up your bow and play your fiddle hard. gets your soul.
His case and he said, I'll start this show. Then fire flew from his fingertips as he rosined up his bow. Then he pulled his bow across the strings and it made an evil hiss. And then a band of demons joined in and it sounded something like this. Finished, Johnny said, well, you're pretty good, old son, but just sit down in that chair right there. Let me show you how it's done.
Fire in the mountain, run, boys, run. The devil's in the house of the rising sun. The chicken in the bread pan picking out dough. Granny does your dog bite, no child, no.
Because he knew that he'd been beat, and he laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. And Johnny said, well, devil, just come on back if you ever want to try again. I done told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best it's ever been.
He played fire in the mountain, run, boys, run. The devil's in the house with the rising sun. The chicken in the bread pan picking out dough. Granny, will your dog bite, no child, no. Child, no.
Stupid voice play. Oh my god, this is so good. Oh man, we're gonna be here a while, I think. Oh my goodness, so many fun and cool things happened in that video. Oh my god. Shit, who? Okay. Credits. Alright, arrangement, creative direction, visual effects, and editing was all Lane. Of course, this had Lane's brain written all over it. Additional arranging, Jeff helped out with some additional arrangements. Of course, Ed Boyer did the mixing here. Rick Underwood, as always, did the makeup and prosthetics. Cindy Stein, Lane's wife, did the costuming. I'm assuming that means that Lane was the devil in this. Kathy Castellucci, of course, as always, the PM, with Matt Hutchins as always their Steadicam operator. Jake Schneiderman, now their Steadicam assistant, with Brandon Wood and Cindy being production assistants. And Angie Woolard did the Devil's Eye artwork. I'm assuming that was the work in the eyes of them. Excuse me, when they did the Devil's group. Man, there's a lot. So this is awesome. So again, if you're here for just the reaction, that's the end of the video for you. For those that want to stick around, dig into this a little bit further, let's do so, shall we? So the very opening 8 bars, very much an ode to the original. And then of course we get this dragon's growl that I'm assuming was done by either Jeff or Lane. Oh, that's the artwork they're talking about. Okay.
The devil went down down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind, because he was way behind and he was willing to make a deal.
So in the original, that little that it's almost like what I dubbed the train track effect. You know, when you listen to the wheels of a train, it's just reversed. Just reversed like that. That goes on throughout the entire song here. Here, they pull all of it back and just do snaps with Jeff's chest fry narration that he's doing here, which I think is an interesting first choice to make, to deviate from the original, but put their own spin on it. Whoops.
When he came across this young man's on a fiddle lamp playing it hot, when the devil jumped up on a hickory stone and said, "Boy, let me tell you what, I guess you didn't know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you'd care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. Now you're playing pretty good fiddle, boy."
I love the little touch here. I didn't catch it first time, but listen to Lane when he points at himself at the very end. He goes boom, boom.
If you'd care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. Now you're playing pretty.
Plucks two strings on the violin, and in a way to kind of indicate storytelling-wise himself through the music. Very cool.
Good fiddle, boy, but give the devil his due. I'll bet a fiddle of gold against your soul, 'cause I think I'm better than you. The boy said, "Well, my name's Johnny, and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet and you're gonna regret, 'cause I'm the best that's ever been."
I wonder if Slade actually wishes he sounded like that sometimes.
Johnny, you're rising up your bow and play your fiddle hard, 'cause hell's broke loose in Georgia.
So this is more of a language thing, but they all go hard. That's a very Tennessee way to do it, not a Georgia way to do it, which is funny. That style of AR sound actually originates in Tennessee, which is interesting to me. Anyways,
And the devil deals the cards. And if you
we repeat it there, cards. Rosin up your bow and play it really hard. Hard, not hard, as most people do it, or even hard, as some people in my area of the South do. Hard. Almost like it's not an A sound.
when you get the shiny fiddle made of gold, but if you lose, the devil gets your soul.
So, love that from Jeff.
The devil opened up his case and he said, "I'll start this show with fire."
I'll start this show. God, I love the devil's voice.
Fire flew from his fingertips as he rosined up his bow. Then he pulled his bow across the strings and it made
Hey, God.
from his fingertips as he rosined up his bow.
Okay, I'm going to say this. Not a natural reaction from J Nunn. Ellie, yes. Caesar, yes. J Nunn, not so much.
Then he pulled his bow across the strings and it made an evil hiss. And then a band of demons joined in and it sounded something like this.
I love the snap of these guys with red eyes. I'm assuming that is post-production stuff, or they put in contacts. One of the two. But I love the immediate switch as he took control of Johnny's friends in this case. We're also getting Hall of the Mountain King in here, playing back to that a little bit.
Something like this.
And then we go into what was the original bass line, really, which Jeff is doing here. That doom 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 doom. And then, of course, they snap right out of it at the end. So again, I'm going to encourage you to go listen to the original fiddle work. The Charlie Daniels Band did an excellent job on those. I don't think the violin work works out the same, but the violin work that Lane does for this song works perfectly for the context and the campy quality of this song.
When the devil finished, Johnny said, "Well, you're pretty good."
Again, Jeff with that low, just that underground like that. It's almost like he's doing an undercurrent like wolf growl to add that darkness to this section.
Good old son, but just sit down in that chair right there. Let me show you how it's done.
Fire in the mountain, run, boys, run. The devil's in the house with the rising sun. The chicken in the bread pan picking out dough. Granny does your dog bite, no child, no.
So I love that they again play very much an ode to the original that is structured very similar to how the original is. I love the Janon woohoo at the end, and then Caesar just no words. The over exaggerated, but still on beat, slap into the thigh.
Well, the devil bowed his head because he knew that he'd been beat. And he laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. And Johnny said, well, devil, just come on back. If you ever want to try again, I done told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best it's ever been.
I love that they CGI'd in the golden violin. Thank you for not actually kicking a violin. Rare for cuss words to be in a VoicePlay song, but you know, that's the original was that way, and then they had to edit it for radio to be son of a gun. And then the originals kind of pop back up now in certain circles. So we'll love that. I just love the background stuff that's going on during this violin section.
And fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. And Johnny said, well, devil, just come on back. If you ever want to try again, I done told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best it's ever been.
I love that they do the, instead of just going like oohs and ah, they go ooh, whoa, whoa, wah. They do things like that to mix up the sound in the background. And then they, you know, climax basically at the in these ridiculously good high harmony try things that those three are always going to do.
Play fire in the mountain, run, boys, run.
And then we get like a trap drop, which is the most stereotypical Lane Stein thing ever in a song that has no business having a trap drop. Yet I freaking adore it.
The devil's in the house with the rising sun. The chicken in the bread pan picking out dough. Granny, will your dog bite, no child.
The devil dancing. Again, I need to know who played the devil. Was it Lane or was it someone else? Caesar back with the over exaggerated slap of the leg. Okay, not in the original. That right there, that octave jump on the violin. But I actually like that better than the original.
No child, no.
I love that addition. Again, not something that was in the original. They just did the dun 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 doom 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 dum dum at the end there. Stupid voice play. Yeah, no, hell of a fun song. I love the twists and turns that they put on it. The trap drum drop in the middle, like I said, it's the most Lane Stein thing ever. I just adore this way more than I have any business adoring it. So, yeah, no, this is amazing. I'm definitely going to be putting this one on for my son this weekend when I get him, as we're driving to a little event that I'm going to take him to. So, yeah, amazing word voice play. This is stellar. I love when you guys just get into like stupid theater kid mode, and that's kind of what happens. Is you guys take the mindset of dumb theater kids in a good way. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, in a very good way. Because you get this, you get Drunken Sailor, you get Classical Chaos, you get Hall of the Mountain King. We'll see. I'm curious as to what Jeff is going to do for his Halloween project, assuming he hasn't done it already. Because, like, I mean, he's done Jack's Lament, he's done Ghost Riders, like, he's done some very cool stuff over the years. So I'm curious what he does on his end. And I'm going to keep up for any other sort of Halloween releases, as of course we are in the midst of October, and seeing what we can make happen. So, anything that I missed, anything that you want to point out, let me know in the comments below. Remember to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until the next video, hope you all stay safe. Hope you enjoy yourself. You're having fun. You keep on gaming. Listening to great music as well. We'll see you next time.